Hello Boro fans, it's Joe from Boro Fan TV and this is the preview for the upcoming game on Tuesday the 16th of February with a 7:45 PM kickoff as the Boro take on Huddersfield Town in the Scarbet Championship at the Riverside Stadium. Now as Boro fans, you know, 5 games now without a win in the league. It's a sad sight, it's a difficult sight to see, you know, no doubt, and obviously difficult to take in when the position we're in, but it's fair to say, you know, the last game out away at Derby is a game that we should have won, as I said in the preview, but we never took it. We went down to a 2-1 defeat at Pride Park. In the first half, a bit of shoddy defending led to Derby's 2 goals. The first one was probably the worst of the lot, or worst of the 2, I should say, with Lee Gregory capitalising on poor defending from the back from the Boro to make it 1-0. And then the second goal, a bit of sloppy marking again, but you can't take away the good finish there from Colin Kazan-Richards. It was a superb finish which Bettinelli could do nothing about. And then Boro did pull one back late on late in the first half, just before half-time, through Niskins Cabano's first goal for the Boro. But apart from that, second half was a bit scrappy for both sides. I think each team just had one chance in that second half and they didn't convert it. Colin Kazan-Richards had a good chance for Derby, which he ended up blazing it over. And then Nathaniel Mendez-Lang for Boro, his shot was blocked near enough on the goal line to us, you know, going away from the East Midlands with no points and another defeat on the bounce. So it's 5 games without a win now for us. We slipped down to 8th in the Championship at the moment. We're still 6 points behind the playoff place. Cardiff City have leapfrogged above us into 7th on goal difference. So it's vital if we need wins to go on for the next latter half of the season. It's time to start now with this game coming up tomorrow night. Obviously, as we noticed in the Derby game, Yannick Bolasie was not in the squad, and it turns out he actually injured his hamstring, so he's going to be out for a while. How long will that while be, I do not know at this point. But it's going to be a big loss for us. Obviously, we brought him in to help bolster our attacking options, and all of a sudden he gets injured. So we have to make do with what we got. He's on out on the sidelines at the moment. The same with still with Marcus Brown. Marcus Tavernier is close to a full recovery. I probably won't be surprised if we see him involved in the game we got after this, which is away at Reading. So we need, fingers crossed, we need to get Tav back at some point, either for the Reading game or after that. But apart from that, the squad's really good to go. We're going to our opponents now, Huddersfield Town, a club, one of the clubs in the Championship that I do have a great amount of respect for, because they've got a good fan base down there. I went there on a couple of occasions. The people around there, around the club, and the fans have been very great to me on a personal level. And they've got a good team. Obviously, they've been in the Premier League for a couple of seasons, and difficult to find themselves where they are at the moment. They were just escaped relegation last season, and from the looks of it in the moment, it looks to be heading down the same route again for Huddersfield. They're currently sit in 18th place in the Championship going into this game. Their current record is played 29, won 9, drawn 6 and lost 14. Last game out for them was a 3-2 away defeat at home against Wycombe Wanderers. Carlos Corberan's side have not won now in the league in the last 7 games, and obviously we haven't won a game in 5. So one of us is certainly due a win at some point, and you know, for very different reasons. Obviously, we want to get into the top 6, and Huddersfield want to avoid getting into that relegation scrap. Like I say, I've got a good amount of respect for Huddersfield. I've got a good side, you know, a good stadium, good fans, and a good town nonetheless. A couple of players to watch out for the game coming up tomorrow. One I highlighted at the top of the list is Janino Bacuna. He's one of them players who can, when it comes to set pieces, either free kicks, he's lethal in those ranges. He's also lethal as well at long range shots. So he's going to be one to watch out for, as well as Isaac Mbenza, the Belgian winger who's now come to flourish recently for the Terriers recently. Fraser Campbell as well, a very well known journeyman striker from quite a lot of years, and Pipa, the Spanish wing back, I've become a fan of his recently. They've got some experience in the back with like Richard Keogh and Naby Sarr, and a couple of other players as well. They've got Dwayne Holmes as well, who they brought in back from Derby. So I think if Carl's Corporate side have a chance of staying up and they need to get the best out of these players, then I probably no doubt in my opinion Huddersfield will probably stay up this season. It's just a matter of them recovering their form, but hopefully not at the expense of us. Obviously the reverse fixture at the Riverside Stadium, I think one of my favourite grounds, away grounds to go to at this level. But I mean, we went down to a 3-2 defeat down there, which is obviously not as a result we expected, because we usually have a good record against Huddersfield, both home and away. Marvin Johnson obviously put the Boro in front, and then Carol Lighting and Fraser Campbell scored twice for Huddersfield before half-time, and we nearly came away with a point late on through Britterson Malonga's penalty, and then Josh Garoma scoring the winner for Huddersfield. So it's one of them Boro fans, you know, we failed to capitalise against Derby, and especially with 3 tough games coming up after this, obviously Reading away, and then 2 home games against Bristol City and Cardiff City. I think it's vital that we pick up the 3 points against Huddersfield in this fixture, go to this next tough fixtures that we got coming up to end in the month of February. So let me know your thoughts and predictions for this game going into this game in the comment section below, Boro fans. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe as always. Our social media links to Facebook, Twitter and Instagram are also in the description. And until then, I'm been Joe from Boro Fan TV, and I will see you on the next preview video, which will be for the game on Saturday the 20th of February, as Boro make the long trip down to Berkshire to face Reading at the Riverside Stadium. Until then, take care and up the Boro.